Hey folks, it's Mark with Fire Mountain Outdoors, and I'm glad that you joined us. We actually had the opportunity right now to go check out the NiteSite Spotter that we got from NiteSite USA. This is a really cool item. Stick around. Let's take a quick look at this NiteSite Spotter before we go and actually use it in the field. So this NiteSite Spotter from NiteSite USA is a self-contained spotlight-sized night vision device. It has a very bright infrared illuminator. Now it's not bright to your naked eye because it's in infrared, you can't see it. And it has a camera with a 20 times zoom. It also has this viewfinder on the back. So much like you would use a spotlight to shine on something, this is like having a spotlight and binoculars built into one. Because of the zoom feature and the focus, we can zoom in like we had 20 power binoculars and focus it just like you would your binoculars, but in total discreteness because this is all invisible. You can look at what you're seeing through the viewfinder. It has 3 different intensity illumination levels for the desired brightness that you want to do. The more brightness, the shorter the battery life. It has a built-in lithium-ion battery. So we're going to be working from the confines of a vehicle tonight. I saw that we've got a little trifecta where I've got available time, I know the critters are there, and the weather's clear. So we're going to go check this out. So let's go do it right now. Hey, before we go look at the elk, let me give you a quick rundown on the controls and a close-up, I owe that to you, of what the NiteSite Spotter is constructed of. It has a rugged polymer housing. It has a nice lip around here that protects the screen in case it falls off of your truck, off of the truck seat onto the floor or whatever. And it also has this rubber guard armor on it, much like you would have in a spot and scope that was meant for field duty. We've got a zoom and a focus lever here, and these obviously zoom and focus. So you kind of zoom in just like you would with a camera, and then you focus the lens. Here we have the charging port. Here we have a 3-position rocker switch. Middle position is off. Up here would be the daylight position, and down here would be the night position. If we're in the night position, then that activates the infrared illuminator, which is in this area right here. This is where the infrared LEDs that project out, and this part here is the camera, which actually projects the image onto the screen. Then down here at the base, we've got a audio video port where you can plug in a little 3.5mm AV adapter, and you can hook that up to your recorder, and that's what we're going to be using tonight so that we can record some video. And here is a power adapter so that you can plug this into the power accessory port on your pickup, and you can run the spotter basically as long as you got fuel in your truck. You can. Down here we have the 1/4-20 bung that I talked about so that we can put this on a tripod. The cool feature about that is, if you've ever spent a lot of time spotting big country, you get that one peepee eye from having a squinty eye and looking in the scope. This is just like watching TV. You can zoom up to 20 power, you can scan, you can look, and the cool thing is, you can share that experience with your hunting partner that's sitting next to you, where you wouldn't be able to with a regular spot and scope. Here, we're just going to turn it on right quick. I'm putting it in the daytime mode, and I'm going to zoom out, and then we're going to focus on the floor. And now you can see that I've focused on the floor. Now I'm going to zoom in, and I focused in closer. So even in close, you can see that I got a fir needle on the floor. Just like that. And then zoom out, and then we focus again. So when you see us go look at the critters tonight, you're going to see some of this, and that's just me manipulating these two levers as I focus and I control. So speaking of going and seeing the critters, let's go do that now. Okay, so we're going over. I went over to see the neighbor the other day, and so there was the elk out in the field. So this is the beauty of what we're doing right now is we're going to be able to set up and observe them without disturbing them like you would with the regular spotlight. I always like to keep an eye on the herds and the local animals, so this is a great chance for us to do that. So once we get over there, we're going to be kind of sneaky, and I'm going to be a little bit quieter. We're getting close. Okay, so I'm getting the spotter set up, and I'm getting this recorder set up. Let's find these critters. Wouldn't that be a bummer if they moved? Oh, I think I might see them. I see them, and they are far out there. We're gonna get a different vantage point. Let me zoom in. We're zooming in, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Alright, so these critters are about 300 yards away. What I was able to see, and I can see them. You see them? They're bedded down. They're actually, they're like 400 yards away. Okay, so we are looking at elk right now that are feeding about 300 yards away. And they can see me. They're a little wary. We're pretty close to some houses. So they're not spooked and running off. Zoom in as far as I can go and see if I can get a focus on them. There we go. So we got, it looks like a critter bedded down there. And you can see that the light reflects in their eyes just like visible light does. So it helps pick them out and spot them. You see that? You got that glowing-eyed lead cow right there. Alright folks, we're going to move a little bit closer, try and get a better vantage point. So we're probably not going to get any more in-camera view like this, but you may get some more, we're going to get some closer footage with the spotter. So let's creep up on them. folks, how cool was that? We were able to watch and observe and illuminate the elk with this NiteSite Spotter without disturbing them, without making them run away, without alerting anybody else that we were doing that. That is very cool. This is a very cool device. You know, there's a saying, speed costs money. How fast do you want to go? Well, guess what? Cool costs money too. NiteSite Spotter. It's about 13 and a half of these. Current price is about $1,350. I'm going to be honest with you folks, that's a lot of money for a poor broke old hillbilly like myself. So I thought, well, hell, what if I was going to try and replicate that level of technology and that capability right here with what I had on hand, or what I could obtain at a reasonable price? So this is what I came up with. First, we need the illumination part of the NiteSite Spotter. You know, that infrared illumination is bright, so you would need a really big spotlight like this one. So we've got the illumination, and then you got a spot and scope. So you got a spotlight. Now we've got 20 power magnification. So if I can light them up with this one, and then I can look at them with this one, then I would be really pretty close. But then, well, the spotter's got a jack to record audio video. So then you could hold your cell phone up to the eyepiece, this, and you can keep all three of these things lined up on the critters. And now you'd probably save yourself $200 by the time you got done. Well, obviously, that's kind of ungainly and awkward. But I think it really adequately describes the amount of technology that fits in this cool little package. This is an awesome piece of technology. We got to see critters in the dark. We got to watch them without disturbing them, and we got to watch them without disturbing the neighbors and letting them know that we were looking at them. I can think of so many cool applications for this, just being able to see in the dark, and by that time, all during the winter, during the evenings, being able to look at game and stuff you can't see because it's dark. The NiteSite Spotter. Hey, I want you to go over to NiteSite USA. Check out the NiteSite Spotter. Check out the NS200, which is a really cool device that adapts to your existing rifle optics so that it turns your rifle and your scope into a night vision shooting machine, which is also really awesome. Great stuff coming from NiteSite USA. Check it out. Hey, and I want you to go ahead and click on this button over here and like and subscribe to Fire Mountain Outdoors. And go check us out on Facebook, and go to www.firemountainoutdoors.com and check out our webpage. And always, thanks for watching.